Are you a songwriter? Are you looking to turn your songwriting passion into a full-time gig? Whether you are just at the start of your songwriting journey or a seasoned industry professional, this show is made for you. Welcome to the Songwriter Show, bringing together songwriting news, interviews, and community. Now, welcome your host, Sarantos.
Thank you for tuning in and welcome back to the Songwriter Show, right here on Reality Radio 101. I'm your host, Sarantos. I'm a solo music artist who's been writing lyrics for as long as I can remember. Words mean the world to me, and that's why I'm thrilled to host this show for you every single Tuesday evening. I believe in my heart that every song is a story. Tonight's guest is Taydem Shoesmith. She's a new artist who fell in love with music from a very young age. Her father would sing to her every night, and from that sparked an interest in Taydem. She found comfort in writing music during her freshman year of high school. At first, she was afraid to show others her music, not wanting to be judged about her thoughts and feelings. But as time went on, she realized that others felt the way she did, and she knew she could keep sharing her creations.
And now, welcome this week's special guest.
Welcome to the show, Taydem. How you doing?
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So thank you for being on the show. So
Thank you.
You have kind of a cool story. Tell us a little bit about what it was like when you were in high school, probably scared to death to share any of your creations, and how you've kind of come to the point you are right now.
Yeah, it was definitely scary trying to just, when I first started writing music, it was kind of just an outlet for myself. I never really planned on sharing any of the things that I made. So eventually, I think it was about my senior year, I got to a point where, well, maybe other people can relate. And, you know, I think that's the great thing about music, is that it can connect people and start conversations. And that kind of led me to today. So.
Okay, that's awesome. Do you have a fear that petrified you, like even a year or two ago, that really doesn't faze you right now?
A fear? Oh, I feel like I'm afraid of everything, honestly. I don't know. I've gotten better with things. I don't know if nothing has, or there's like a specific thing that's changed for me.
Okay.
So I don't know if I can answer the question, honestly.
Yeah, that's okay. It sounds like a song title. I think you should write something like that.
Maybe I should. Write that.
Tell us about your songwriting process. How do you get started figuring out a song?
Usually when it comes to writing a song, it starts out more so as a journal entry, me just kind of writing down my feelings, my thoughts, maybe ranting, you know. It's not supposed to be clever or cool. It's just supposed to be kind of real in that moment. And I'll usually like put that away and come back to it maybe another day and reread it. And I kind of just pick that journal entry apart and start making lyrics out of it.
Okay. And how do you, once you get lyrics, what do you do then? Do you come up with a melody? Do you hire someone to do music? Like, what's your process?
Yeah, I play a little bit of piano. So I usually find like a few chords that work, and I just kind of play a rhythm, and eventually some sort of melody comes to me with the lyrics, and I just kind of go off of that. I don't know. I don't really think about the process that I'm doing. Sometimes it just kind of happens, you know?
Yeah, I gotcha. And when you have something that you've created, how do you get it finished? You have someone like a mixing engineer you work with finish it off, and then once you do that, where does it go then? How do you figure out if you're going to release it or just put it in your database?
Well, really, my newest single is the only professional studio-made song that I've created. So it's all kind of new to me, honestly. My other songs I just made by myself, you know, with piano or using GarageBand or something, you know, some app on my iPad. But
sure.
Yeah, this is my first real produced song. So I don't really have a whole process, honestly. I'm just kind of figuring out as I go.
Okay, well, that's part of it. You know, I can tell you this is my 10th year doing it.
Oh, wow.
And I do things very differently now than I did 2 years ago or 10 years ago. So when I first started, I was just like you. I've written lyrics my whole life, and I would say, well, I can't really play many instruments or anything really. I'd hire people to do like guitar licks or something, and I'd use loops. And then
Yeah.
I learned how to play the piano with songwriter lessons, and then I just kept learning. So I think you're just at the start of your journey, so you don't have to be hard on yourself. I think it's fine.
Oh, well, thanks. I'm trying.
No problem. The one thing that I see very commonly too, which, not that I'm trying to give you advice, is I think people quit too early, or they kind of feel like, well, that song didn't go viral and it's because of XYZ, it just,
Right.
I try to just take a lesson from everything, and I think you can do the same. And if you just are trying to get better every day, you never know where things are going to go in a year or 2 or 3.
Right, exactly. No, I totally agree. Just got to learn, go through the process, make mistakes. It's important.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, see, that's a song title too. There's your chorus. Make mistakes. It's important.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting a whole song from this interview. Woo!
That's right. Tell us your fondest musical memory.
Oh, I think right now my fondest musical memory is probably showing my parents the finished product of this new single, just because they've always been so supportive, and them listening to it and actually liking the song just made me so happy, and they seemed proud, and I don't know, I like making my parents proud and happy, so that was a feel-good moment for me.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's much better than people yelling at you or telling you how terrible your music or your singing is. So that's good to get some validation from people we love, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
Tell us about your typical day of the week.
Ooh, well, I have a part-time job, so I probably work that for how many hours, and I usually dedicate time to writing music. I also am pursuing acting, so I try to find some acting practice in there as well, reading monologues, just reading books and watching movies, like studying certain actors. I like doing that too. Listening to new music is always important for me too. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I do a bunch of small things here and there. I like reading.
Reading's good. Do you have any advice on touring? Have you done any touring yet, or not really?
No.
Anything you'd like to? Okay. Any thoughts on touring? Is that something you'd like to do, or is that something you want to wait till you have more of a presence, I guess?
I think I would love to tour. I definitely want to get more music out there first and gain some more confidence from that before I feel like I can hold a tour.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, even Taylor Swift started somewhere. So I think you're on your first step of the journey, and I think you'll figure it out.
Yeah, thank you. I hope so.
No problem. Have you gotten any really crappy career advice that you want to share with our listeners? Some are in the same position you're in. Anything you'd like to say?
Any crappy advice?
Yeah, things that you can't believe someone told you in retrospect.
I don't think I've gotten any really bad advice. I think there's always something to learn from what people give you, I don't know. I haven't received any yet. Maybe that'll be a different story here soon, but
Yeah, okay. What do you think is your superpower?
my superpower. Oh, what do you think is your superpower? I have no idea. That's a great question.
Oh, you turned it back on me. That's a good question. Let's see. Honestly, I think my superpower is I'm the hardest worker I know, and I just keep working. And I don't know if that's an ideal superpower, but that's kind of what I feel like is my superpower is when the going gets tough, I just put my head down and keep working. So now you got to answer it. So
I like that.
what is your hidden superpower if you don't have one that's really obvious?
Mine's kind of, I would have to say similar to that. I've been told I have extreme determination. I really don't like, I think you have to fail to succeed, but I definitely don't just stop once I've failed. I hate giving up on things. It makes me so angry and upset with myself if I ever were to just give up on something. So I think my endless determination would be my superpower then.
The one thing that I kind of gather from talking to you, which I could be totally off base, but you also seem like you're a positive person. And the one thing I will kind of tell you is never give up on that. because I was a really, really positive person, and sometimes work or life kind of, just keeps dragging you down. But just keep doing what you're doing, keep being positive, and I think you got a lot of bright things that are going to happen to you in the future.
Oh, well, thank you. I will try to keep being positive, even when the world can make it really difficult.
Yes, it can.
Yeah.
So tell us about this song we're going to hear. What inspired it? What do you want us to take from it when we listen to it?
Well, this new song is called Are You Clapping? It's a song about confidence and independence, that you don't need that special someone to love who you are. And people will say a lot of things, a lot of rude things, but words can definitely hurt, but it's good to try to not let them get to you and be confident in your choices, whether that comes to love, relationships, career, whatever. It's just having confidence in who you are, who you want to be. That's kind of the main idea of the song. It came from me, I don't know, I just one day got really angry with hearing the same thing over and over, and I journaled in my lyric book and came back to it one day, and this song came out of it.
Yeah, that's very cool. All right, I'll tell you what. Let's take a listen to it, and then we'll come back and talk, okay?
All right, sounds good.
Awesome. All right, check this out, everybody. Here we go.
Apparently, I'm not alright, because I don't have a guy. And apparently, I need a date before it gets too late. Like you want me to set you up. How about wearing some makeup? Smile more, talk more, don't be a bore. So cut the cameras. No, I'm not acting. I'ma try to play myself and see what happens. No, I can't mess up my next few lines. Even though I might stumble a couple of times. Are you clapping? Are you clapping? Are you clapping? Tell me why it's a crime being single at this time. And tell me why it's not enough for me to be my own love. 'Cause I choose the supposed jail over never letting down this bill. Flirt smart, play your heart. So cut the cameras. No, I'm not acting. I'ma try to play myself and see what happens. No, I can't mess up my next few lines. Even though I might stumble a couple of times. Are you clapping? 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 Are you clapping?
That was kind of a cool, vibey song. Thank you for sharing it with us.
Yes, thank you for playing it.
You're welcome. So, what do you got coming out later this year? Any surprises for the fans? Anything we should all be expecting?
As of right now, I don't have anything technically planned, so I can't really say anything yet.
Okay, no problem.
Just hyped about this song, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have like the strangest compliment you've ever gotten for your lyrics or your music that you want to share with us?
I don't know if I've gotten any strange compliments, honestly. If I get any compliments about the lyrics, I'm just happy at all. I don't know. I like when I can hear someone say, "Oh, I understand what you mean by those lyrics," or I really felt those lyrics. I don't think I've gotten any weird responses or compliments from them. I think it's great if you can understand and feel them at all. So.
Okay, I can certainly understand that. What was the last gift you gave someone?
Oh, the last gift I gave someone. I believe I got my friend a K-pop album recently. She was kind of going through a rough time, and we share the same love for Korean pop music. So I got her a K-pop album, and it has, stickers and the CD. So that was a fun gift to give her, and I was glad she was happy with it.
Cool. What are you currently binging on TV? Any Netflix, Hulu, any shows that you're caught up on?
Right now, I'm on the last episode of Ginny and Georgia, season 2.
Okay.
Woo.
Yeah, that's in my queue. I haven't seen it. Worth watching or no?
I think so. My mom just got into it too not too long ago, so she's like already almost done with season 1. She's binging it too.
I've talked about this a couple of times with some artists, but it is really tough. There is so much competition in music, in TV. There are so many options and shows, and sometimes it seems like a sea of noise, that we're trying to break through in our music.
Right. Definitely.
What do you think we should do about that? How can we break through?
I think the best way to do it is just kind of being yourself. I think if you have an agenda and are just trying to be someone you're not, I think that's going to be seen through. I think just trying to be genuine and reach out to people is the best way you can do that, and hope for the best. I know a lot of that has to do with luck and the right timing.
Yeah.
Not sure if specific way you can just hammer through, or one that I've found anyway.
Yeah, I totally get it. It's good and bad, right? Right. I think you're right, though. I think a lot of people have this persona that isn't heartfelt or isn't genuine, or they're doing something their label or their manager or their friends want them to do. But I think you just got to be genuine, be yourself, and if you make it, the cool thing I think for someone like you and I is when you're doing an interview, there's no stage presence. There's nothing. It's just us. You just are yourself, physically, the way we appear, as well as just what we're talking about. And you're not faking anything.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
What do you think music needs? And you can't say, your music and, just in general. What do you think the world of music needs?
Ooh. Maybe more diversity of songs nowadays. You kind of hear the similar sound that's popular. I would kind of hope that more of a variety shows up on the radio and you hear more variety, different sounds. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's interesting. You're saying this and I'm thinking, no, come on, there's so much diversity now, but in a way you're right. Even though there's so much diversity in how you can find music and the kind of music you can find, when you look at the top 40, it's all pretty similar sounding, and I think you're kind of right.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't mean to insult you and tell you're kind of right, but all right. So tell us about your website. Where can people buy your stuff, stream it, contact you, interact with you, social media, whatever you want to share?
Well, I don't have a website as of now. That's something that I'm trying to work on getting done. But you can stream or find my song on all platforms. So I have an Instagram account that I need to post more on about my whereabouts and promoting my songs and stuff like that, but it's at tshoe23 if you want to follow me there. I have a couple YouTube channels as well if you want to follow my work on there. It's just Taydem Shoesmith, and then my other one that I share with my cousin, we do like fun things, is Shoes Choose. But yeah, that's pretty simple. I'm not really a social media person, honestly. It's kind of something that has been challenging for me with starting out this way. So even though I'm pretty young, I feel so behind in media and technology.
You know what? You take your time. The world is not going anywhere, and just focus on yourself and your message.
Thank you. I will definitely try to do that.
Awesome. All right. Well, I want to thank you so much for being on the Songwriter Show tonight.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And to all the listeners out there, thank you for sharing a little bit of your precious time with the two of us. We hope your unique story gets heard around the world. My name is Sarantos. Please join me every Tuesday night to hear other amazing artists share their fascinating behind-the-scenes stories right here at the Songwriter Show on Reality Radio 101. Have a great night, everybody. I love you guys.
Life's an open road, every day a new adventure, opportunity behind every door, but you always want more. You swallow your doubt, can't get out of bed, never satisfied. Your tears just can't be denied. I just really, really hate it when you're struggling. I just really the good days, and we don't want the same old cliches. Just be who you are, it's what the world needs, and finding light isn't easy, but I'll always love you deeply. I just really, really hate it when you're struggling. I just really, really hate it when you're in pain. But all I can do is tell you to fight. to believe in. And all we can do is tell you to fight it and help you get the shit right in. I hope you know we're never leaving. We'll always give you something to believe in. Something to believe in. Something to believe in.
Something to believe in.
Thank you for listening to The Songwriter Show. To keep the momentum going, head over to www.songwritershow.com and join our free music community of artists, songwriters, and producers. That's www.songwritershow.com.